is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
When the Ghanaian youth rise up, near sorry say you're about who born dog, to our office in the area. You're going to chase all those old fools outside. You're making sure, say, you're the sensible people to steer the affairs of this economy and our states. Mr. President, are you interested? So by investigating the $250 million US. Airport nana. Sit there, we look at them, and we make it look as if they are responsible well enough. No, we they will come say as if they are the only Ghanaians who will come.
Sometimes you want me pay for one shed until my say. Says I need Brenna Munya say. Men kwan and before my sika. Many me bush of phone kwan and ebedino. I have June want to say. Na sena GB can one day the youth will rise. Ghanaian youth will rise. Na say tatoma. I believe say omunya baby on back water. Omuntimintinum office beam. Omuntimintinum of fear beam. Essence say mebunu no be fu. Ama ye betu omuswetin ha. Because it's as if say omu kill the future of Ghanaian youth no. What I say? Betna so say NPP say NDC. Create, loot, share. And no kwa and I koso. Kobasan so that say ebe ha dream yipa eti JB afaya da fa ho. But me nkom bebre yentibi.
Ghana is about time we decide as to where we want to go to. It's either we look forward as a country or we look back and still reflect on a nyama esiwechire. E boko pohwe yachi ni ehwe nyama esiwe yachi say papa na se pedia na yakwakofa. Se enye papa na ese yanim ne pese yakode a en yentwa ensa bi ento honomo a sansa no enyensa ebeyensa bone but ebeyensa papa echiri basoso ba obetumi tuatu sa na mo no na obetumi adi sansa ne so ayese ye de abanyosam e de ache Ghana mu ye de abanyosam e ma Ghana essay ye de abanyosam asoso amanyosam so amanyofo so saa masisi ano ye amanyosam a ye wo krom ha no mu sei e ho atochema Dienti ama me kasa we me kasa ya tenten na me shedan kasa bebre sa that we've had a certain president Ghana for ina jini di here. Ghana for ina manamo. Ghana for ina ejene yoyoyo. Ghana for ina eson the stro. We hailed him and made him one of the best presidents in the Republic of Ghana. And yet I say at a point in time, say obi ewo intention bi so person oye man painia. Ghana for ina e man crime. That is if only say Ghana 40 wutum. So the good people of Ghana and the good people of the NPP, which at a point in time I realized and because since assuming office in the last Boadu 90 NDC assuming office, these NPP people I hear about 126 press conferences. And I can tell you without any fear or favor, press conference is about we are expecting a responsible opposition like the NPP to put this government on their toes, to be able to work. But I'm sure more moral rights. Now they don't have their moral convictions, and they cannot get their moral balls to hold this government to power and accountability. Omo press conference omo ye ni na aye no mfa nko a. Omo she ongo so nko a. And so how can you possibly tell me say Sami Jefia mo bi sikaji yakwakwagina ho no minority akwagina ho no akwakoye press conference. Seriously speaking, it does not make any sense. Yes, be any. We need a responsible opposition. We need a responsible minority to be able to put government on the tracks, to be able to hold government accountable to every single promise, and to also remind Ghanaians to say, this is the reason why you changed government. Most of the time, nobody about from a so, but say, yeah, we're just here, no, so near, yeah, don't know, a dom kumandia, and the Kanka say, and I'm way, Suban way, and this idea way, and I buy from the O2R, M1 Ghana, and together for Monshan so. But it's interesting to know, like I said, none of these press conferences, useless press conferences, but I don't know why they keep wasting their time on these useless press conferences. Of course, some of the issues you realize is that they are legitimate issues. They can bring better ideas and better alternative solutions to those issues. But as usual of politics in our country, the man basa troka time na fe oba for muhwedi. You see, Nana Akufo-Addo is the man I'm talking about. Somewhere around 2017, a Ghana for a to Obama no yesweni in man be president. And I just said there was going to be a project called Keta Seaport. CNA. Keta Seaport. And this one was going to serve a different purpose. MAA, who visibility studies and what have you and what have you and what have you. Fast forward, because I know, sir, you are privy to this information. Fast forward. Niati Yanisa Keta Seaport. And your CEO. And Ghanaians started asking simple questions, including my own brother, Captain Smart. Started asking a very simple question, say, hey, the Keta Seaport in a way. Why is the Keta Seaport? The Keta do not have a seaport, but we have a CEO who is managing Keta Seaport, an invisible seaport. Keta, you need seaport to horrible, you need seaport to be horrible. But there were certain CEO, a visible CEO, you try to cover 21,000 Ghana cedis a month, plus 17 different staff members. I tell you, but now you bia and famwa and contribute to the good people of Ghana and to the Keta Seaport. Yet to meet Sadia where once now was from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 to 2024. Now you go soon to your kwabna car. Yet we tell the people car. CEO and the 17 other members near Tiawaka with the taxpayers' money. And that is where sometimes I get so furious and so mad about the NPP. I said, when you NPP near Unimiansa, I said, get a focus, a person got a phone in our say. I said, NPP form quite a more catch for Unimiansa and want him dear. So they can boldly tell you that we'll cry young people now you're NDC, and so what? Just a genuine answer. You did more mine, a genuine answer, I short it within the NPP. It is all young people there. Okay, seven presidents. What doing there? And you seem to become an outcast within a community where the NPP are heavily dominated. But if you say as a sasa narrative way, yes, a sasa dream way. Now you have a dream one the hall. Now you are building on my. You the side, and you could be baba. Or maybe some who crash NPP. So you see, all this while, near the taxpayers' money, a 2 minute near Tia. I'm a Ghana knee. Now, so you're Ghana knee. Now you're Tia, near Boadu, and you are to cry in yes country, and near Cobobusia, near the member your salaries. Now, Cobrania J over 121,000 Ghana cedis for a period of almost 8 years. As a CEO of an invisible project called Keta Seaport. Now Ghana for you now to whoa. Nobody spoke about anything. And I am heavily really surprised about the current government. John Dramani Mahama, what by? I don't know why you haven't started investigating Ketasi port project. Because in all your speeches, the State of the Nation's address, and in Yama maintain said John Dramani Mahama. What to me I can say over by investigating Ketasi port and also to verify why. Yet to me to come from 2017 to 2024. I want to be a Biafra Ghana. How can you pay an invisible project a whooping amount of money? Our project doesn't exist. Projects do not exist. But Ghana for Echiahoka and the mass CEO and another 17 different staff members are no more Juma, Abu Klemusa, no more Juma, our Ketas report. So where was the Ketas report? Where were their offices? And you are no more Ghana. Yes, I see John Dramani Mahama. Possibly. But my father says be now referee. But with the greatest of respect to you, please pay Jumakuobia and an independent audit institution and an independent investigative body. Let them investigate holistically the Ketasi port project. Of course, we Ghana had to say ya. Ya for so beer we Ghana ha. Na ye tia over 21,000 Ghana cedis times 4 years, times 8 years. Move up to plan amoje. You just see you 21,000 Ghana cedis every month. Allowances for my for no job done. Onye juma from Ghana. Onye bibi from Ghana. But at the end of the day, bosumesua kukufa ni akobom bosia. Because Ghana can't go yet so. Ni akobom bosia. Ni say the bametria a certain CEO be a onye juma bia from Ghana. Ni so so na da kwakufuado. Oh ye lawyer, not sade we ho. Na Ghana for ye de ye bre. No asase sinda so treaty oso ntobia. Ya tra sade we wow for so many years. Nobody spoke about it. And I'll be very much surprised if John Dramani Mahama do not address this very particular issue. Secretary Seaport, John Dramani Mahama, with the greatest of respect to you, say until one sem, now why investigate this as a boy? Me assure say, Ghana for new Benyasem, including myself. Because yes, na Ghana for an opportunity Sao machi we ya Ghana for binuma sorry na ye boy ye homode ni ye friend say kenten ye see ye konsuo na ye de kenten bom ne ye konsuo de agu ankremu before so bedu ankremu na kenten ni na ye dey asanso ni na asa wo kenten nim ye boy ye homode we are contributing a quota to the Republic of Ghana, yet ye won konfo bi wo no so so a oboso bo own goals e do mu diska no we chire basa for no reason and for no work done. That is the system we have lived in for the past 8 years. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, are you interested? So about investigating the Ketasi port project. Your first CEO and the 17 different staff near Chiawonka. Mr. President, are you interested? So about investigating the $250 million US. Bosia ya kokobo ya see the Babe Ketasi port nana. Are you interested? Ghana, you say, according to the Nana Akufo-Addo, for those of you who do not know, you can Google and find out. The Nana Akufo-Addo ever making the point clear. And the church Ghana for say, Ghana, Yakwako secure $250 million US. Yadibaba Ketasi port. Please listen to it and listen carefully. Yenya banya nanka ye pe responsible opposition ni yenya sa opposition we ya say asem bio meka bia fa kwan mu asem bio meka bia fa kwan mu And we sit there, we look at them, and we make it look as if they are responsible well enough. No, we hear that they will come and we say, as if they are the only Ghanaians who will come here. You are secure $250 million US. Please, can you justify and show to Ghana for say, $250 million project? You see, about KTC defense, and the KTC port, where is the project? A project where you appointed a CEO, you paid the CEO for a period of 8 years, and no job, there was no job done. Where is that project? The KTC port, where is it? Where is the project? It is if the project do not exist, how did we spend the $250 million? $250 million most of the Kokoboyano. A crime soon the fast this escano. You see, I say our short memories. We do not have short memories. But we are perceiving a car Ghana for say, and your ponibia the Eddie will come ha. No. And your ponibia the Eddie. This we should be able to get intelligent criminals in our community whereby by 20-30 years time and sign obi who actually but more chrono 2 years 1 year later now say if you do that you are an intelligent criminal. So yes, I will be a chrono be a to within 1 year. Now what do you now nim yansa? And I'm saying this without any fear or favor. Utwe bo aban chrono, na chrono na wa bo aban no within 1 year. Oh sorry positions wa na ye chewa. That is onye obi a onye chronfo a onim yansa. Because chronfo there, so oh bo chrono a ma yetimi ntrezu, ye benya wa chew no na be 20-30 years time. And that is why you will say yes. Oh, you are confronted to a but your boy corona free one money at you. Oh, yes, I wouldn't answer. So the simple question is that, and I don't wait till I buy it, but I told you, Enra, somebody I just want to ask a very fair question. Where is the $250 million loan at your Kokoji said the Babeke Seaport? A crime the first years get a seaport. And of course, tell me. One single project, you $250 million here to be the Waketa Seaport. Under Nana Dakwa Kufuado, Nabaya, you to be Kwabnanika for almost 8 good years. Tell me, instead of you to be addressing sensitive issues like this, na say yakon swadi agu kentemu, na swadi ina yuna gu form. Ni ye hu kwaya be first was sense so na dey free form. And ye nsua yansa, e betimi akura ye niema na yetimi a present ye hu ye no. We are not doing that, but rather we are incurring costs and yet justify useless things. Akos wo Ghana anu say, all in the name say, we young people nti ye yodai. It wouldn't be a yes, we have ever voted for the NPP before, we have ever joined the NPP before, but what is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. You see? And I am happy. Sir John Jinapo, the energy minister, has come out to speak. And I do point me near Kasembia, Kasembia, oh, where the Adabraka, where the Adabraka. Yeah, Mame Kasembia. And let me quote him directly. Somewhere around 2024, early January, thereabouts. I remember clearly that Adam and the captain were the same set so. And he said, Fangwa Nana Dakwa Kufuado Edija Ghana before some free abemuno, na edu 24 hours. Here today, when people have the balls and when people have the knives to talk about doomso, have you forgotten? And Yama Hunu Amoye, and the Kabujagu Horomo, And in Samonia Mudi, nobody is willing. I don't know. What kind of a country is this? What kind of a country is this? And then Mahuna Koso, out of the previous government, your country will say, farm go the fuel reserves are. His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the former president, and they have been clapping Napo Ejatu Honomo before leaving office, then do 24 hours. And people felt to send Yeboah, and Kofofi said they be an idea grow. And then, even 4 months on, but so many Nayachi, Ghana's fuel reserves and do 61 hours. From Jinapo's own press conference or press release. I said Ghana's fuel reserves as at 62 hours or at 62 hours. So you can Ghana your fuel reserves no just 62 hours. 62 hours it's free. 24 hours more. Now with the number of days aka. So when we are experiencing doom source as a result of Nanwa Seminole. Now, I buy a year sika 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to be able to restore our energy sector. 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to be able to restore the energy sector. I don't know here the craft farm go keke and aba. Ni atimia ma yinam kania na eden ejina so. Look. Finance Ministry the last time I checked, now Finance Ministry they count over 1 million Ghana cedis of fuel, electricity bill. Reckless, usage of our electricity because yen netria, yen say netria, the Apagya Padia and Okwakoton the etria, but the Ghana Japadienti, mani you anyhow. You know the irony of the whole situation. And now, me JB I be saying me use prepaid meter. Prepaid meter that be used no. Also be America also used to be. But I buy Juma Ekuo and use those prepaid meter. It is a buy Juma Ekuo and use Kania in the Mukania. Yes, also the belay. That year yes also tia. The whereas say wo uni Kania I wo dem wa. And I say we prepaid the sub pet or can they be call off. Now we go pep was here. One pro akọ pesika e de akọ turn light e de gu ayinam kania so ansa da watumi anya kania but abadwuma ekuo ente saa abadwuma ekuo she da boka deliberately e boka e de gu wono mo just because enye ni e na ne se na e na etua e na enye onu akasa na etua nti oboka de gu wono mo na gebe wi akede yese ECG e de ka ECG at the car. Yeah, the car say they are not able to even justify sometimes even how much money did the car. They can count the billions of cedis. They can count millions of dollars. They can count thousands of cedis. They can count thousands of dollars. But in reality, now ECG the car. As I speak with you now, I put the Pakistan own asem. Ghana Water Company. And they count over 600,000 Ghana cedis. Omunchi and the friends electricity bill for the last 7 months. Mosome Sunye, Omunchi in the Mukania Bakumpo, 1 person on Pomunian TB. Now, somebody the son has a bill no could do 1 billion now. A crab is from a first year. It is just because we haven't planned Yanyama ye. It's all the government institutions are about to make beer. And the ECG. And I am happy, extremely happy. Say a right thinking minister like Abu Jinapo has come out to say, hey, I feel we'll be a Monica, we'll be a better the bill. And that is what I personally agree because do not wait and let us not wait. Your advocate is because if you're going to provide services for the government is going to pay. Say yay, Sabita Yamodia by your friend say, Aviator Bito say, you say what to be day. Auto light go super shim nako. But I beg you, Mako, a bit to be down on that condition so for more than 24 hours. All in the name say, you're on nature. And any and nature, and then you're nature. Who got a need to me, who 2 hours and I'll do on your home. Like how can you tell me, say, Parliament House? Ah, you did budget to the Amawo. Some of a Juma, not Parliament House and the ECG Foka. Finance Ministry, more budget allocated for businesses. Some of the transacting businesses. Now, most of the car, now, I must get a phone in here. Now, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Edeka, even on ECG Foka, ECG Foka, the Obanka Samohoka. Does it really make sense? Now, for years in the first year, Mama quite said, Moko transacting businesses in the name of Ghana. Now, what's what Ghana chrono basa and time. You can say, oh, yeah, rural electrification project. Sika, Yakasa, Yabosia, and the Sika, Yakasa, contribute to Ghana, ha, near the rural electrification project. Yakasa, pay. Obiko Kwafodo, no. It becomes a very huge business venture for individuals. And it's true that Ghana ya course what the good can take ya the can take course ampa. Because it never be one it doesn't really make any sense. It is say using you for the deal mo car. But so me so that's a one tria. Ye twam. No mo na sumu. No mo fa sa esum no fa ya adwuma. No mo who the way the ordinary Ghanaian feels or feels when he is also in doom so. Say me man koto kanea. Na sabi nya access to electricity there. E dey enti na wo sabi man to a. Na me better sumu there. Wo mo be say wo enjoy na wo de kadami na mkokotua. What be that? So Abujina Paul, I am happy you have come out to say every single municipal, metropolitan or district assembly our Ghana have the ECG Foka. Every single of them. Or we not the ECG Foka. Why? Just because any say any tree job boka di go on one me no taxpayers money ni atete de kwakotua. It make at ECG for say monkoto cables so family near fanko extend fanko other places are. Yet me crack cables and the farmer on there and be do and say na cable na irate say kusua. There's a Ghana hand say, yeah, the damn side, yeah, the other hand say, sir, for so many years, and nobody is willing to say anything because all in the name of politics, all in the name of NDC, NPP, and what have you. Sure, I have said this, and I'll continue to say this. Ghana, seven producer, yes, yes, so we have come to that crossroad where it's either we move forward as a people in Ghana, or we move backwards because they show you a big coup, they show you different. That's how the papa be different in the big kuma. It's not say we will not compromise with anybody, any president, any government, or the God of war Ajimbedi Agroda. Ghana for will not in any way accept any government or the God of war Ajimbedi Agro. Yet to me Sesika and I'm going to kind of ECG Hodomo who paid billions of dollars. But then never be Jamaican. What be Jamaican? Mauto Jamaican. Obibio will have been Jamaican. I don't think about municipal and district chief executives are. And now, sir, Okwa MMDA, sir, any ministries, any government agencies, sir, about Kagu on one, yet to meet you. Meanwhile, Okwa those places are Okwa Juma, yet deal with Sika. So why can't they pay their own bills? And yesterday, I loved it when Abujina Post said this. For instance, I mean, I read the Magana Fontaine, the Abujina Pokai. You see, sir, ye who free among your same. Now, you two about who say there's a Now you're responsible as citizens. Now you question a paying for say, look, this is where we are. This is where we have come. This is the direction we are going. Eti obi bia or the Ghana career, may say go to any of the ministries, including presidency and the ECG Foka. The presidency is Oil Electricity Company of Ghana. About the ECG Foka, I would be. Ask yourself, about to say, why? That is the presidency and the ECG Foka, one of the meanwhile, you prepare budget and the man will say, but there are pockets of lows in the pockets of a accumulate and put together all those it becomes a whooping amount of money. It's the amount of Ghana had me. Now ECG management for over the years, ECG board members led by the minority leader and not the press conference. I can catch a blue Ghana for. How your board chairman? Now under your tenure of office. Now ECG meters, ECG cables, ECG whatever. Now Timia. And today you have that boss to come and stand before the good people of Ghana to hold a press conference and tell Ghanaians to do such stuffs. Until you become responsible well enough, and never be a hard one. Mami here to Tunasi. With the greatest of respect and humility to every single office. Because I can be a question and could be a the bill or call or poor manas or qua or bedroom the canyon or bedroom the air condition. Or maybe kids of well responsible enough. But the Benoka say, hey, yet to be giant can for more than 24 hours. All the names are on the Jakaniaka. Ye giant condition so, Emma for more than 24 hours. Ye know be a maninja. Eko Kodum because you're nature. But the Ghana drone, you trust on your way. Young Coco say from a metriaka about the science and be him. No, ask yourself to say, what the car? Ye down car. Would it be? It's only what you so betria. But the way I see down can say one cheer, Zusa the Brono, Ebedoso. And I say, okay. The Sunday tell you, and the Mekoko Bobo said, Massa the Cafu Fro. Now me the Baby Triaka, the Demon, we have a Sasa the Cafu Fro. Does it really make sense? Ghana for Muna Mumia for Quadu Kromu. Yam yourself first in chain. Nian J as Ghanaians. Near proposing a better solution, and let's put together the you're paying for no. Let's put them on their toes. Let's put them on their toes. Let us give them reasons to think. Sure? So you're putting them on their toes. Near Momo Gia. It's a Ruby of Pebble Media Ghana for. The Mudim Ghana for say Eminum and remember that Ghana does not belong to anybody. Ghana belongs to all of us. Ghana belongs to all of us. My contribution, your contribution, everybody's contributions makes Ghana what it is right now. It is so if the Ministry of Energy is saying, your reserves, Mamiba. Your results I can't have to say 62 hours. Now divide 62 hours 62 hours divided by 24. It is not even up to more than 4 days. It's not even up to more than 4 days. Near to say home. Not doom so akoso. Yes, hey, Mahama the doom so about because Mahama is not there for doom so. Meanwhile, also kono, who jadi the toss and say pro and say. What's my video? And that one was said, the Pakonum Rabetom, and sometimes I pity John Dramani Mahama, and I don't even know why John Dramani Mahama has not even started prosecuting these people because they are criminals. I don't get it. I don't even understand why. But this side, probably to every single road across what my will say, probably to it, and let us know and find out the root cause of it. Senipana Bonia, irrespective of who the person is, Emra. Nipa na ye bone a emra ayemra. Nipa na ye papa emra ayemra. Because yet to me koswa answa ye boy a homode ye komu bu ni ye see ye bread ya magana na mpayifo eti baby nipa ba ko mienu me eti baby na afi sakofo no and emeko the system. Does it really make sense? Does it really make sense? Where you NDC and NPP asemo where the progress of our country called Ghana, and that is what I'm talking about. Because if one institution like Ghana Water Company and the ECG fork over 600,000 Ghana cedis, Finance Ministry and the ECG fork over 1.2 million Ghana cedis, now the presidency and the ECG fork whooping amount of money. I wanted the Camebre, institution bako, a Camebre, and what did they want? But we know me no ordinary Ghanaians. Abo freye no there be abinu mienu ye de yetua yeto yetua e make sure say we contribute our quota nia yi so moje yen kwado moje yen and I do time bia no mo de to niam so na to ya kese na Ghana for their memrefe nia de tua all the name say Ghana ni pegana ye but amanyoni ni empegana ye until we start to reason and to rise up share mabunu Ghana for mabunu. Let me tell you, if you are occupying offices, Ghanaian youths are not timid. Ghana mebunu, who for, paying for. But that time is coming where you will not be able to sit in the office or in the name of Semuna Woody. But when the Ghanaian youths rise up, who born dog, it's our office in the area. A time is coming, we are going to chase all those old fools outside. We are making sure, say, you're the sensible people to steer the affairs of this economy and our states.